Hi, it's Adam from Reality Manifestation, and within this video, I'll be going through can meditation boost the immune system to fight the coronavirus. Just before I get into the video, I want to give a full disclaimer of I'm not a doctor or a medically trained professional, so any of the information I go within this video, I recommend you still follow the advice you're getting from medically trained professionals, including the World Health Organization. This also isn't promoting a cure either. This is purely talking about the benefits of how meditation can boost the immune system, which is important for fighting any virus. With that said, let's get straight into it. Studies by the NCBI have shown that stress deregulates facets of the human immune system, which basically means that stress weakens the immune system in different aspects of it. I'm not going to go into the technical details, but I'll leave a link to a study below for those of you who are interested, as I want to focus more on practical steps with using meditation to reduce stress within this video. Another study I'm going to reference and I'll leave down below, which is also by the NCBI, is a study done on 88 college students with an average age of 20 that used an app called Calm that contains mindful meditations and basically showed it was a great and effective way for reducing stress. Just to be clear, this isn't a video promoting the app Calm, it was just what was used within this study. So now there can be a lot of stresses going through our lives, and I know the quarantine and the results of the coronavirus is unfortunately causing a lot of stress for many people, and for good reason. But this unfortunately, and kind of ironically, actually weaken our immune system and make us more susceptible to viruses and make us less likely to be able to combat them effectively. And there's a hormone within our bodies called cortisol, which serves an important function within our bodily functions and our survival. However, excessive and prolonged elevations in cortisol can lead to many health problems, and one of the main being, in related to this video, is a compromised immune system. So one effective way in which I'm going to go through now for reducing stress is through meditation. But I'm going to go through ways of using meditation that you may not be aware of that's a great way for reducing stress. So for those of you who are completely new to meditation, meditation is just basically a practice where you use a technique such as mindfulness to achieve both emotional and mental clarity, which leads to a calm and stable state. If you're a complete beginner to meditation, guided meditations with music can be very useful, and this is how I started getting into meditation myself. However, you don't need anything at all or any instructions other than what I'm about to give you, as it's actually very straightforward. To be able to actually apply it can be much easier said than done. However, it's very simple to do by yourself. So in a quiet room with minimal distractions, as you may have heard the term the monkey mind, is basically our mind is like a monkey always wanting to chase after something and doesn't like to calm or quiet down. And if you're new to meditation, even just having a wrapper in front of you can distract you and make your mind start acting up again. So in a quiet room, ideally seated, you can do it sat in a chair if you'd like. You don't have to go into a lotus pose. There's many different forms and styles of meditation, but one of the most ancient and simple meditations to do is through a breathing meditation. And I'm going to go through combining this with rhythmic breathing, which has also been shown to reduce stress. So all you need to do is sat down either on the floor, ideally on a cushion. Make sure your posture's upright, with a slight arch in your lower back, with your shoulders back and your chin slightly tucked in. And you're just going to take deep breaths in through your nostrils and out through your mouth. And you're going to do this rhythmically for a count of 4 seconds in and 4 seconds out. If you have any problems with your breathing, if you suffer from asthma, just go to how you'd breathe naturally, as this isn't the most important aspect of the meditation. This is just combining it with rhythmic breathing that can make it more effective. But for those of you who are fine with the breathing, you're just going to be taking 4 seconds in through your nostrils, so deep breaths in. Then you're just going to hold it for 2 seconds. If you feel comfortable in doing so, you can also build up to it. Hold it for 4 seconds, and then you're going to exhale through your mouth for 4 seconds. And as you're doing this, you're just going to focus solely on both the inhale and the exhalation. And the aim of the meditation is just to solely calm the mind, and eventually you'll feel your emotions and your body will calm as well. A common mistake many people who are new to meditation make is that they feel like they have to achieve something whilst they're doing it. I have to silence my mind. I have to get calm. I have to be able to focus on my breath. This is actually the monkey mind playing up and trying to distract you. You'll sometimes have days, especially when you're first starting, you'll find it very difficult to focus on your breathing, especially if you're dealing with a lot within your life. So rather than trying to achieve something, just focus on your breath as much as you can. And it's normal for your mind to drift off and for you to start daydreaming. If this happens, don't worry about it, it's normal. Just come back to your breathing. So remember, it's 4 seconds in through your nostrils, holding for 4 seconds if you can, exhaling for 4, and make sure you do what you feel comfortable with your breathing. If you struggle to do these rhythmic breathing of 4 seconds in, 4 seconds holding, then 4 seconds out through your mouth, just go to how you'd breathe normally whilst focusing on both breathing in and breathing out. If you find your mind's very active and it's got many thoughts rushing, again, don't try and silence it. It's like trying to take a water hose with water being pumped out of it, and then you're squeezing on it to temporarily stop the water flowing out for it then to come out even stronger than before. And the same will happen with your thoughts if you try and suppress them, or your emotions. So just let them come to the surface. Don't try and fight or change them. Just be aware of them and let them drift off and flow out of your mind on their own. And again, it will be the part of the mind we're trying to calm down through meditation that will be ironically wanting to try and fix and deal with these thoughts and emotions coming up, thinking of trying to solve it, trying to fix them. Just let them be, and they'll naturally start to drift away, and for you to calm down on their own. Just staying mindful and present with your breathing, and you'll find this will naturally happen by itself. And another common beginner mistake is to think if you've, say, done a 5 to 10 minute meditation, which I initially recommend if you're a beginner, just go for 5 minutes. Just go for however long you can until your mind gets very agitated, and just move on from there and slowly increase it. But another common beginner mistake is thinking, well, you've done 5 to 10 minutes, your mind hasn't calmed down, or if anything, it seems even more agitated, which usually it isn't. It's just you're now more consciously aware of it because you've actually had a moment to reflect and focus on how you actually feel, that you've wasted your time, that it's not been of any benefit, which it has. You just might not be able to tell within that moment. And there's also many neurological benefits, which I'm not going to cover within this video. So just know, if you keep an active practice of meditating, you'll constantly keep getting the benefits from it, and eventually you'll find it'll get easier and easier, and you'll actually start to enjoy it. I hope you found this video useful. If you have, like the video, and if you haven't already, subscribe. Also share this with anybody who you'd know would benefit from learning more about meditation or how to reduce the stress levels, especially related to the current times with the coronavirus. And also comment down below of how you're going to use meditation to reduce your stress levels. I hope you found this video useful, and I shall see you soon.